The October update will change the way we play Clash of Clans forever. Let's take a closer look in today's episode. Welcome one and all from around the world, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host Galadon, and today a big day in the Clash of Clans update season. That's right, the developer update video was just dropped, and now, well, we have some more information about the coming update, and perhaps more information about Town Hall 13 and the big update at the end of the year. But I've got a second follow-up video later on today, so make sure that you are subscribed, you have notifications turned on for the earliest and most accurate update information and more. So let's go ahead and get into the nuts and bolts of this developer interview and what it means to the game and what's coming later on this year. That's right, Galadon gonna go ahead and take a 6-minute developer interview and turn it into a 10-minute episode on my channel. I mean, what do you expect? I've been doing this for 6 years. Of course I can stretch it to 10 minutes and perhaps make it interesting and informative too. But again, watch for the follow-up video later on today because it takes conspiracy theories to a whole new level, decoding this developer interview fully. But okay, let's get down to exactly what was spoken about. And first things first, obviously they talked about getting rid of global, and that is significant. Yes, there are some players who are going to have their social lives ruined, or they're just going to have to move on to a different app or game, and that's just fine because they won't really be missed in the actual community of Clash of Clans. For the rest of us, those that are looking for clans and clans that are looking for players, this is revolutionary. A huge change coming to the game in that not only will players be able to search for clans much more effectively, but now the reverse is true, and clans will be able to go out and recruit individual players, and players can allow themselves to be invited or recruited to other clans. You ready for this? Even while they're in a clan. Okay, so yes, you can turn on clan invites while you're currently in a clan if you're looking for a more important clan. Now, I took this a step further and realized, wait a minute, what if your clan wants to know if you're actually accepting invites from other clans? It's like a loyalty test, right? So technically, a clan leader could go out, start another clan, do player searches, try to search for you, and see if you have notifications, invites turned on. I guess that's possible. And anyway, that's really taking it down the rabbit hole. But okay, just really what it looks like is it's going to be a much better, more robust tool for finding clans. There are all sorts of categories that you can label yourself, that you can label as a clan, and that you can use in the search tool. So lots of new UI screens that were exposed here in this developer interview, and I think this is going to make a big difference when it comes to finding clans or finding players. Whether or not it replaces global, is better than, or just as good as global, well, that remains to be seen. Unfortunately, it's not like they're going to go back to global. There's never going to be another global chat in the game, and no, there will never be a way to private message another player. I know a lot of people have asked about that. I'll tell you right now, that one was ruled out years ago for the same reasons that global is not going to be a viable option any longer as well. And that's just because there's too much potential for abuse, exploitation, and worse from bad actors in and around the world. So it's just the way things are. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, and rest in peace global as soon as this update drops. Okay, so other interesting changes to the game. We heard about a new season challenge UI, which will make the season challenges a little more interesting or maybe easier to navigate. I did like that idea because I have found it a little bit clunky, and just looking forward to seeing that change. Also, of course, there is the addition of new quick train slots, and I know a lot of players have asked for this, so I'm super excited about the idea of having more quick train slots. Personally, I found myself stuck with, I would love to have at least one extra. They said there are going to be 3 more, so there'll be 6 total. And then, did you catch this? Darian said it won't be available for the purchase with gems, which means it costs money. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You could technically take it to mean that, but of course it means it's free. So it's free, okay? It's free. I promise you. If it's not free, I would be pretty upset too. But no, so, like how you can't buy the season pass with gems, maybe they worded it that way, but no, seriously, it is going to be free, and I'm super excited about that. So it won't be like war layouts where you have to buy them with gems. And I feel like they could have done that, and players, would have been disappointed, but would have purchased it anyway. So I'm really glad that they didn't do it. So I think that is an act of goodwill and good faith by the Clash of Clans dev team to add that to everybody's slots for free. Next up was the important addition to clan games, and that is for those players that really get out there and try, those guys that are maxing out the points every season. Now you're going to be able to choose an additional reward from any tier. So there'll be some sort of cutoff, we don't know how many points it's going to be, that is going to give you the additional benefit of being one of the top point getters in your clan, although it sounds like it's not going to be set competitive, like you won't have only 5 or 10 players from your clan that can get it. As long as you get the points, you'll be eligible for the additional reward. And the other good news is it doesn't penalize clan game clingers. And what I mean is, I've done this a couple of times, where if you have a lot of accounts and you just throw an account in a clan and you do one challenge and then you're done, you can still reap the benefits. That will still be eligible for you. That will still exist. But now there will be an additional way to get more rewards if you're indeed contributing to the overall score of your clan in a significant manner. So I like that idea. I think that it's good, and it doesn't penalize less active players for that. Okay, then next up, we heard about Tesla and trap movement not triggering Legend League base cooldowns and some other minor changes that are coming to that. That will be really nice because that's always been annoying that you can't switch things up on your base without triggering a cooldown again, especially with Legend League, in that you've got, really, if you're a top player, you want a new base every 24 hours. Those guys are always changing their bases, at least trap and Tesla layouts, in hopes of confusing the attacker and just doing slightly better from the day before on Legend League defense, because yes, that is an extremely difficult challenge, especially for those high-level players shooting for 6,000, 7,000 trophies or more. And then they talked about the builder base, the builder hall not completely forgotten, setting the season reset trophies to 5,000 from 4,000. So that's a nice little change as well. Now it sounds like this is not the extent of the update. It sounds like they mentioned it in the video, if you recall, and if you haven't watched it, make sure you go watch it, that there are other things coming. They mentioned spooky or phenomenon weird, I don't know what it was, something about seasonal stuff. So yes, so I would expect that we're going to see more information come out. This was just the developer warm-up video, and if you'll notice, they also went into the fact that, well, this isn't really going to be a big update as far as content, and it makes sense. Yes, it's frustrating or disappointing to a lot of players that are not involved in the World Championships, but you have to remember, if they did change the balance of the game, introduce new levels, new troops, anything like that right before the World Championships, that would be really tough for those players, especially because they're only a couple of weeks out. And you'll say, well, Galadon, that's only a handful of players. There's hundreds of millions of us. Yes, but there's also $1 million at stake. And this is just the first season. There are going to be more seasons of the Clash of Clans World Championship, more opportunities to get involved. Super excited about that as well. Speaking of course, here we are, Tribe Academy. Some of the Tribe Gaming members that are headed that way are battling in these CWL wars that you're seeing on the screen as we're talking about this. So in summary, no, we haven't seen everything that is coming to the update, but yes, we should not anticipate that the update is going to be amazing or include a bunch of major changes. Although, remember, Global and the new search tool, Global being gone and the new search tool coming in, is going to change the look of Clash of Clans forever, and the way that a lot of people play it is going to completely change. And honestly, I cannot tell you if it's going to hurt the game or not. We just have to wait and see. And then just a couple of quick footnotes. In the dev video, did you notice this right here? The strange and unusual placement of the loot cart? What is going on there? Let me know what you think in the comments. And let's discuss that one other piece of information that Darian and Ano didn't discuss, and that was the fact that they did show what appears to be a seasonal troop in this quick tweet video that Clash of Clans posted right there, the units that look just like the Royal Ghost from Clash Royale. And yeah, so hopefully that's what Darian was referring to as the phantasmagorical addition to the game. Looks like they went through a wall there too. Anyway, as always, thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. If you would, gently depress that like button. Don't break it. Stay tuned and subscribe for the second big video today, Hidden Secrets of Town Hall 13 episode. Thank you guys again. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for more, actually later on today, for more full attacks. Or maybe not attacks in that video. I mean, but tomorrow will be full attacks. Today's second video is not attacks. Sorry, Peter, no time for you.